Here we go. Live from Eugene, Oregon. Eric Jenkins, Chris Matt. It feels really funny to intro you.
I'm a guest on your show, finally.
Yeah, I know you've kind of forced your way onto this one. Due to Aisha being gone. Don't worry, she gets in later this afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Will she be on the post race show?
I don't know. I think she gets in really late, so we miss Aisha on day one. But hey, first off, kudos to you guys. You guys are crushing it on the podcast charts.
We're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's been a blast so far. Thank you everybody who's listening, supportive. It's been great. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So how does this work?
Good
morning. This is my first time ever on one of the morning shows.
Yeah, you've got a lot of pressure, Chris. We got a good thing going. Please, whatever you do, don't screw this up. So I'll tell you how this show works. I know you're familiar with it, but it's pretty loose. And
I can get loose.
I would hope so. It's not as structured. We're just gonna talk about whatever. If you get a bit serious, I'll tap you on the sholler. I'll say shit. I'll say no, we're not doing this.
10K world rankings.
Yeah,
talks.
I'm like no rankings, please. But yeah, we're just coming live, coming direct, talking about initial thoughts on Eugene, what's on the schedule for today. Today's day one. If you want to watch it, you should just close your eyes and imagine it. Mm-hmm. Imagine what you think will happen, because you're going to look on your TV. No, it's not there. It's like USATF.tv /67 router number. So honestly, a crazy day to not have on TV. 10K finals, you have the hundreds.
First round, yeah.
First rounds, a lot of great races to not be showing. It's kind of a wild move.
Yeah, I think I'm numb to it at this point. Just sort of like how fractured it can be to try and watch things. And so, day one, day two, only on USATF.tv. Although yesterday they announced at the press conference that the hundreds, the finals, will be free to watch on USATF.tv. So it's at the very end of the night. So for, I think it's 20 minutes.
Wait, just the
100.
Just the 100. Not that you still have to pay for the 10Ks?
You have to pay for the 10Ks today.
Great. Oh, great.
Yeah. And then tomorrow at the very end of the night, free track for the last 20 minutes, and it's the hundreds.
20 minutes. Man. That's crazy. That doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, I get that they didn't get the TV window. I don't know what's on NBC at 10 p.m. tomorrow night. Like, I can, check your local listings. And, like, in the past, it's been, like, America's Got Talent or The Voice, like, repeats.
Yeah, I say those are good shows. I'm like, tough to beat out The Voice.
Yeah.
But The Voice repeats. They're like, look, the 10Ks just don't draw like The Voice. I'm like, well, I get that. I get that. It's tough to overthrow The Voice. But
it's the 100.
Exactly. I was gonna say, like, if there's one event you think they would be like, well, this one needs to be on TV. Mm-hmm. You think it'd be the 100.
Yeah. So I guess it's just that's how the schedule worked out this year, where we don't get that. It gets weird. Like, I think on day 3, is it? Yeah. So day 3. It gets interesting because there's a TV window from 1 p.m. Pacific to 3 p.m. The women's steeplechase starts at 3:04 p.m. So the TV window ends. Then you got to end up back on USATF.tv to just watch the women's steeple.
Yeah, and you got to kind of race back there. You're like, okay,
close your tabs.
Yeah.
Turn off your TV.
But you still have to. What's a USATF.tv subscription going for these days?
$12.99, I think.
$12.99 a month.
Yeah.
Okay, so about the same as other streaming services.
It's like, yeah, exactly. So here's the thing that gets me is the one. I think when USATF TV this year in particular, there was a meet like in the winter, because so they used to be part of Runner Space, and when you had a Runner Space subscription, you could also get USATF.tv included in it. And it's like, okay, great, like, you get so many other meets with Runner Space. And now I think when you look at what USATF TV has to offer for $12.99. It's literally just these streams, and then like let's go. Let's go on USATF.
Yeah, no, it's straight up not worth the the subscription. $12.99 a month.
And then
it's
my
just,
options are, okay, I'm going to watch what I want this weekend with the outdoor championships, and then maybe you watch we don't have interest in the 2025 USATF Masters 5K Cross Country Championships taking place on October 18th.
I'm like, are we not going to be there?
We're not going to be there. And then like you have your random road races that can sometimes be good, but
would love to see the streaming numbers
there
for
are 4 other events that are under live and upcoming broadcasts, but like they're not for until one's in September, one's in October, 2 are in December. I'd rather like make these pay-per-view.
Exactly. Like
I'll pay $2.99, $3, $4, whatever it is, if I wanted to watch one of those events.
100. It really should be pay per event.
And I thought that they did that earlier this year, and I thought that was the way that they were going to shift towards, but no, now they got us on the hook for a whole month, and we're going to watch this for 4 days. So I guess the recommendation to people is like right now, go on your phone, set a reminder for yourself for Monday to cancel your subscription.
Get a week trial.
They don't even do the 1 free week.
They don't do a free week?
No.
Yeah.
Because they know you're not going to come back after the week.
They're like, is the Masters 5K Cross Country Championships not a draw for you guys? Come on, stick around for a bit.
And like, there's no, and I get maybe we're judging this thing too early. There's no like documentary features or anything like that are included on this. Like, there's no other shoulder programming that you're getting for this price.
It's just a silent stream. There's not even brought. No,
well, like even some of these field events, like you'll just have a silent stream, like which. I don't know. You ask someone like Paul, you're like, I'd rather take a silent stream than hear someone who doesn't know what they're talking about call the
but
events.
Very few people are like Paul in this when it comes to throws.
So
hardly, maybe nobody.
That's where we're at. I mean, so we gotta. If you pay the $12.99 for the next couple days, you'll get to watch some track.
Yeah, but we got a lot of good races today. 10Ks. First final, right? 10Ks are the first final of the track of the weekend.
Yeah.
Those are the highlight for me of the day. But then you've got a lot of what I think are the most exciting races of this whole weekend. Men's 800, women's 15, men's 15. All those first rounds are today. See who gets into the final.
The heats came out 2 days ago.
Heats came out, yeah. I haven't taken a hard look at them. I was looking at the 1999 start lists and got all mixed up on the last podcast me and Aisha did, but that's okay.
We're like, why is Andy Downing in this race?
Like Andy Downing's got no shot.
Yeah, so there's a lot of rounds today. Like you said, I do think the schedule, so for us, we made 2 schedule graphics, one earlier in the week, which a lot of people are still sharing, but then we had to correct things because they cut a bunch of the sprint rounds. So, like, some of these sprint rounds are going semis, then finals, or heats and then finals. There's no semis.
Really?
Yeah.
Because just a lot of scratches? What's the thought process?
I think that's what it was, and also they probably weren't eliminating all that many people in some of the events, so maybe they consulted with, the athlete chairs or advisory committee and are like, you know what, I think most athletes would feel comfortable. Just like the schedules for USAs are just so different from trials because trials is over 10 days.
Yeah.
Like women's long jump today, you get to see Tara Davis Woodall jump. That's just today.
Yeah.
So it's one round. A lot of these events just go straight final. And then the distance ones, I mean, that women's 800 is going to be.
There's 2 rounds of the 8.
Yeah, just 2. No, there's 3 rounds of the 8.
So yeah, but it goes. It goes.
Heat, semis, final.
Yeah. Okay. So.
2 rounds of the 15.
2 rounds of the 15. And the 100. So the 100 first round is today, and then just 1 round today, final tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Men's and women's today. No, we just saw that Noah Lyles is only going to do the first round of the 100.
That's what it looks like. He posted his schedule on his Instagram. Like, this is how we learn things in the sport. It's like and he's a curious case because like he's the reigning world champ. So you
Yeah.
gotta, wow,
Pretty good. We got people
cutting the grass.
cutting the grass directly, and I hope they're picking. I hope you're picking this up. It's good shit.
Can the viewers hear
Can the
this?
viewers hear the absolute frenzy going on in the background, landscaping wise? I'm just screaming at you.
But yeah, so it sounds like Noah Lyles is
As of now, he's just doing the first round of the 100, but doing the 200 too.
yeah. Someone said raise my mic level up, my personal one.
Is Sha'Carri in the 100?
Sha'Carri's, yeah, her agent has told us. I guess John Galt was like messaging her agent to figure out like what is she going to be running, and
Yeah.
he's like she hasn't decided yet.
Yeah, like she should probably
She's
decide
entered in
soon.
both the 100 and the 200.
Yeah, like, well, she should decide soon because the race is tomorrow.
If I was Sha'Carri, I'd put all my eggs into the 200 because like you have a spot in the 100 already as the reigning world champ. She didn't look great at pre, and unless she's crushed it in training in the last couple weeks, like don't put yourself in that situation when you need to be literally, I think, in top form to try and get 3 coveted spots in that women's 200, which are very difficult when you have Gabby Thomas, Mackenzie Long, Brittany Brown, who else? Anavia Battle, like Melissa Jefferson Wooden.
Yeah.
So I
a
just
hard
rattled
team to
out
make.
5 women that for 3 spots.
Maybe she's just using the 100 though. She just needs a little more like practice.
Yeah.
And it also, especially if they cut out an entire round
Yeah.
of heats and semis for her to get through to get to the final, maybe that is something that goes into her thought process. But yeah, no, this is good stuff. I think in about 5 seconds there will be an actual lawn mower just come directly into the shot, which actually be perfect. That's so good morning track and field. That's on brand. I'm like, hey buddy, what do you think about like the 100 today? And he's like, I just don't see Sha'Carri making it.
The guy just happens to be a big track fan.
Yeah.
And last year when you guys battled, what was it? Like the dumpster truck?
Oh yeah, no, there was. We were in a much different setup last year. On top of, we were on like a rooftop New Balance setting, and they were basically just chucking glass bottles into a dump truck nonstop after a certain time. I thought it was good. I thought it was good stuff. But yeah, now we got the lawnmower.
Your guys' concentration is next level. I mean, it's distracting me.
Yeah, I know. I can see you're giving me looks like let's cut it. I'm like just keep it rolling, bud.
All right, so you brought up the finals. We have women's 10K, men's 10K. I guess who we got?
I mean, the men's 10K. It's like there's some, like it's the top 3, right? Like these guys have been running so well all year. It's gonna be. I can't really see anybody coming in and breaking up that Grant Fisher,
Graham Blanks,
Nico Young.
Yeah.
I think, they're all just running out of their minds right now, and it would take, depending on how the race goes and their strategies that those top 3 guys have in terms of how to break it open. I don't really see anybody coming in between that. But you never know. I think honestly, like it'll be interesting to see how these guys bounce back after this. I think usually it seems like the 10, and like what the 5K, there's more of a unpredictable X factor in how they recover, and maybe you'll have a wild card sneak in there and just have a great race. But the 10K. They're just running out of their minds right now, and it's tough to see a world where all 3 of those guys aren't making the team.
So you did the 10K, 5K double at trials. Did you ever do it at USA's?
No.
Because that's my
There's
thinking
2 days
is,
in between. So there's the final of the 10, day off, and then round 1 of the 5, or is it
straight final.
Straight final in the 5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and that's the last day.
Yeah.
So they do have, so it's this and then 2 days of recovery, and then so I think all 3 of those guys have shown that they're really strong, and I think 2 days of recovery is usually enough for these guys to bounce back and race well, but you never know. There's a lot of what if guys in the 5 that I don't see in the 10.
Well, so presumably they're going to make this. Is it if you're that big 3, because you're doubling back, like you're not going to make it fast.
You're certainly not making it fast.
So they'll wait around, but then that does sort of like in the whole discussion of like who can break them up. The only other guy with the standard who hasn't looked like he's in that upper tier is Woody Kincaid, and like we know how much a slow race favors him and his kick. It's just like I think the only person who has any sense of like what Woody is capable of is Nico Young, because they train together. That if you keep it too slow, then he's still sort of in contention for it there. You keep it too slow, you then also throw in, again, this gets into the whole weeds of things, but like
you're talking rankings. You're
like a Drew Hunter
or
like anything like that.
No, this is the
Actually,
morning
Drew
show.
Hunter's not even doing it. So like, honestly, like just don't. If you're that big 3, you don't leave it too slow for Woody to hang around.
And I guess we don't really like Woody is one of those guys who is the big question mark because we just haven't seen, obviously, like peak Woody. He's making the team.
Yeah.
Right. Like that. He's got arguably like the best kick with these distance guys when he's 100%. But you just. I think
we haven't seen 100%.
We haven't seen 100%.
Yeah.
He raced once, ran 13:30.
Yeah, he ran a 1500 where he beat Eric Holt. But I don't know what to make of that. Really?
I wouldn't make much.
Yeah.
Obviously, like it's.
So he's the only one who I could see cracking that, and that's the thing. It's like at a championship, like you just never discount that guy when he's made. I believe he's made every team since 2021.
Yeah. No, I mean, and. It's you would assume like would you say that 10 is his better event?
I think so. Yeah. Even at the Olympics last year, given how fast that race was, you know, he was in it. Anyone in that race who got to the finish line, like you ran out of your mind.
And I wouldn't see this. I don't see this men's 10K being fast. I could see it being a wind up. From. Who knows even how far out, right? Like you could maybe 2K, maybe
2K
less, maybe
to go is what Mac sort of like theorized. It's like that's when if you're Grant, you start to make the push.
Yeah,
because you don't want to leave it too late. Where Nico, we saw how hard Nico closed that 3K in Philly, and how good he looked on the Diamond League circuit with the 5Ks. You don't like.
Yeah, this is. The rise of like Nico is because Grant is before this year. It's just like it's his events, right?
Yeah.
And now Nico comes in, and obviously he was running unbelievably in college and was a star, but not like he's going to be giving Grant Fisher some serious competition.
The Olympic bronze medalist.
Exactly, in both the 10 and the 5.
It's been less than a year, and we're doubting that an Olympic medalist in one of those 2 events could win this weekend.
It's like, it's
not doubting, but there's a chance.
It's just fantastic for the sport right now.
Yeah.
And I think Grant does need to really and he knows this. Obviously, like he knows, you see a guy run 12:44 and you're like, well, shit, now I gotta bring it for these championships if I want to go home as the champion. And so it is. It's going to be really exciting to see how he decides to try and really break Nico and Graham Blanks. I mean,
Graham was not that far off.
No, he's a 12:48 guy.
And Graham doubled back better than Nico did when he did the 2 back-to-back Diamond Leagues, where it was like Oslo and Stockholm. That it gives me more confidence in Graham making both teams, and not necessarily less confidence, but like I question, all right, like can Nico? It's gonna benefit that this is a slower race. It's not a 12:44 effort. That's gonna be in his legs before the 5K, but he wasn't as sharp going with 2 races across 7. Like it was like a week apart or 5 or 6 days apart. That I still think that he's top 3 material, but I feel better about Graham and Grant than I do with Nico in making both teams.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the dude is 12:44 fit, then he's gonna make he can make both teams.
Oh, 100. Yeah, it's really just how how the races go.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a little bit I thought Connor Mance was going to be in it.
When you were looking at the 2023,
when I was looking at the 2023 stuff, and I was like, oh, this will be fun.
He'll be at Beach to Beacon this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Nice little paycheck. He'll probably absolutely smash that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the 10K's always. So that's at 8:30 tonight. 9 o'clock.
Men's 10K is at 8:08, the final event of the day.
Okay, and then the women's 10 before that. That's a bit more of. Not like I think like there's a big. There used to be just like a big 3 in the men's 15. Now there's like I think a big 3 in the men's distance events. I don't see on the women's side. It's a bit more up in the air, a bit more open ended to who's going to be the one like dominating that and really setting the tone, making the team.
Yeah, because Wayne,
Yeah,
like she's crushed it on the roads, right? Like and she's always been better at the 10K than the 5K.
I'd say she is the favorite.
Heavy favorite. But doesn't need to make this thing fast because she's in the quota.
Yeah.
So then you go
Quota talk.
All right. Then you go Carissa is in the quota.
Quota so bad.
She's in the quota. So she doesn't need to make it fast. Just finish top 3.
Yeah, and she does have some of the best wheels. Yeah. I wouldn't see why.
She's looked decent.
She's looking better.
Yeah.
Like it looks like she's kind of rounding into form at the right time.
Yeah.
And I do think that this field isn't as deep as years past, so I do think Carissa probably will make the team.
Yeah.
I think she's got enough experience with these type of races, with making teams, which does play a big difference. You've made a team before. If you're somewhat in shape, and when nobody else has really looked good, I see her making that team. And I think that kind of is in a similar position for someone like Elise Cranny.
Yeah. So Elise is the other one where it's like, you just think if she's able to find even 85% of the athlete that she is at these championships in the past, she makes this team. And again, like what she does here today, and she's one who will push the pace, I think, when the time comes to make this thing a little bit fast.
You see her being the one to kind of break it up?
No. I think the person who will break it up will be, I think there's going to be a little bit of Brooks ladies working together, where that's Jess McLean, who already has a spot on the world team for the marathon.
She's in a good spot for this race, right? You're already got a spot in the marathon. You got nothing to lose. Why not go out there and make the race exactly like make it hard if that's what is best suited for her?
It's best suited for her in the scenario if she wants to explore her options to try and run a 10K at the World Championships. It's also good for her pal Amanda Vestry and also Emily Infeld, like who similar to Elise Cranny, where like she's been at this level and at this stage so many times, and she's going all in on just the 10K this time around. So if she's able to find that form, I wouldn't discount her. Like I still think about just sort of there was that one championship, I think it was 2022, where like they all closed the final mile of the 5K in like 4:25 or something like that, and 4:26, something ridiculous.
Jeez, that is nuts.
And Infeld was in it, and so like, yeah, it's been a couple years, but I wouldn't discount her either. Amanda Vestry looks like a good, like she's improved year over year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like your question was like who's going to be the person to push the pace. I think it'll be someone from that Brooks crew, because like Parker Valby isn't here, and she was the one who did it last year. So there's going to be some looking around, I think, early on. I think if you start to see some 78s, 79s at the very beginning of this race, it's like, oh God, like there will be more numbers crunching happening, because that means it's going to be slow. Someone needs to step it up and be the person to push the pace.
Yeah.
So I'll have my calculator out.
Yeah, you'll certainly be crunching. A lot of quota talk, a lot of crunching.
Yeah, but I think in the end it'll be a good race. I think Wayne and Carissa, your job is to just wait around for as long as possible.
It'll be a good race regardless.
Oh, Taylor Rowe's the one we haven't even talked about really. Where like she's been crushing it, and I think she's. I think I lean towards picking Taylor Rowe for the third spot.
Nice. Over who?
Cranny.
Over Cranny, okay.
It's kind of a wild thing. My feelings may change between now and the actual race at 6:54 p.m., but I think, I think I might lean Taylor Rowe right now.
Yeah, no, it's Craney's just
It's been
it's been a bit up
roller
and down
coaster.
roller coaster season for her.
And I don't know what it is. Is it overtraining? Is it just the nature of some of those Grand Slam races?
I mean, I think a lot of it is, at least for me, right? Like I'm thinking about the season Elise has had, it's because of the Grand Slam races, and she's been thrown to the wolves with the hardest races.
Yeah.
And maybe when she wasn't quite fit enough, and you got to go out there and race for that paycheck that she never ended up getting. But yeah, so I think she's. But I'm gonna still put her down.
Okay. Yeah.
For the team. I think she's gonna lock in and get it done.
I heard you call me out for the. So you said Afghanistan steeplechaser. She's actually from Kazakhstan.
She's from yeah. I messed up the stands.
She followed me on Instagram yesterday.
Yeah, and she was talking shit to me.
Well, and then the first thing I did was like, so are you running the 10K or the steeplechase at the World Championships? And she hasn't responded.
Yeah, she's like, all right, pump the brakes, but yeah. She tosses you a follow and you immediately slide into the DMs. And you're like, I'm doing so much quota. I need a lot of crunching over here. I need to figure it out.
I'm the quota guy.
Yeah, you're the quota guy.
But no, it'll be fun. The epic conclusion to my quota saga ends today, and then I don't actually have to do it again until 2027 because there's no 10K at the World Ultimate Champs next year, and by 2027, World Athletics might speed this standard up to let's see, what is it at now? It's 3120, right? No, 3020. They'll make it 30 flat.
Yeah. That'll cut a lot of people out.
Yeah. All right, everyone go run cross country in Spain for points.
What other things like really get your eye today?
Let's see. I'm looking at so the 800.
I'm really excited to see my boy Donovan Brazier show up. Excited to see him race. I think the men's 8 is like just probably one of the highlight races for me this weekend.
Do you want to look at some of these heat sheets and you tell me, like, I guess, like what?
Sure, yeah, pull them up. Let's see what the heavy heat sheets are.
Because nothing really stood out to me as like, oh, I think that this one's
they look all pretty
more stacked.
Even.
They looked pretty even. And I don't know. Like, I guess maybe when I looked at them, they may have been redrawn in the time being.
Let's see.
So, heat 1.
Okay.
Hopple has an easy one, I think. So it's top 6 from each heat, then the next 3 go to the semis.
Top
Mac,
6 from
they
each.
updated, like, so Mac was complaining on Twitter.
Top 6 from each heat, and there's not. Okay, so there's 8 in each heat.
Oh, so 2 people get eliminated?
See, yeah, they love doing this in the 8. It's like, that's top.
No,
don't do that. Don't do that. Top 6 in each heat, and there's only 8.
These are gonna be slow races.
They're gonna, yeah. Also, Colin Solomon just sneakily ran 144. Mm-hmm. What was it last weekend in Portland?
Yeah.
To pretty wild range.
Yeah, he's got some momentum right now.
He's got some momentum, but I mean, basically all these guys will get through besides 2. But this will be. So they did separate, so Bryce Hopple, the first heat of like the guys who like are going to make this team. I really think it's Hoey's going to be tough to beat. Hopple, I think Hopple is very savvy and he figures out how to get it done when it counts. And then it's between
Brandon
Miller, Donovan Brazier, and Jonah Koech. Right?
Jonah Koech is not doing the 800, so he's only doing 15.
Interesting move on his part.
So too.
I think that was the wrong move.
I think so.
Wonder who he's got in his ear telling him to run the 15. They're like, Hobbs Kessler just doesn't. He kind of looks like shit. You could sneak in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think what an idiot. Crazy move. I think he should have stuck it out in the 8. I think it's. But we'll see. We'll see if that comes.
Okay, you're a 331 guy in the 15. Like, I think it might take 329 to make this team in the final.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what it comes down to. I just think that he's looked great in the 8. and I think.
So he had a hamstring thing that popped up right after the race in Nairobi.
Oh,
So I wonder if like that also affected just sort of
maybe
anything about the intensity of the 800.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe he knows something. Obviously, we don't, and he's like, look, I just the 8's not maybe healthy enough to hit the speeds that necessary at the 8.
Both Hoey brothers in the third heat.
Both Hoey brothers.
Josh and Jonah Hoey are in the third heat, and they got the high school kid Cooper Lukenhaus. If that kid sneaks into the final, the high school kid, he's a 145.45 guy. I'm just thinking like. He's coming off his sophomore year in high school. He might run 144.
Well, so it goes 6 get through this first heat,
and then the 3 next slowest,
and then the 3 next fastest.
Yeah,
and then the next heat is it's top.
The next heat will be top 2 next 3 out of 3 semis.
Okay, so it's like
those are going to be cutthroat.
That's going to be really, really cutthroat. It's just it's wild to go from 6 make it through to top 2 make it through.
Yeah.
Seems like a better way to do it, but
I think like in the future you just go semis and finals and don't take this many people.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think most people. I mean, this is us selfishly thinking like the best case scenario for Donovan Brazier to make this team is less races.
Yeah,
but this first round he's got Shane Cohen, the NCAA champ, who's got a season's best of 144. I think Donovan's a whole second and a half faster.
This is a shakeout. This first heat is staying out of trouble and just getting a little bit of nerves out to make it through to the next round. If you're getting top 6 and the next 3 fast times, and also Donovan's in the last heat.
He'll know what he has to do.
You'll know what you have to run. Even there's not a world where he doesn't come top 6 in this.
Craig's in it.
I'm looking at that now. Yeah, I'm seeing Craig's in it.
So Craig went 800, not 15 at this USA's?
So
he's doing both? He entered both. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. But that's why not enter both? Both teams are unbelievably hard to make. You might as well just
think about it and sleep on it up until the final day.
Yeah, why not? But this so yeah, I wonder what these guys will run for times in the 8 today, but I don't think this is just the main guys shaking it out, but will be interesting to see. So it goes, is the next heat, do they go race today, race tomorrow, day off, race the final? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's look at the women's ones. Then.
Yeah.
These are going also top 6 plus next 3 fastest to the semis. All right, so.
Again, top 6.
Yeah, the first one looks pretty freaking strong. They got Raven Rogers, Valerie Tobias, Addie Wiley, Megan Hunter. That's a stacked one.
Who do you see, like, who are your favorites for making this team?
I think off the top of my head, I'm going Raven Rogers to win.
Oh, okay.
Roisin Willis
second.
And then Ajay Wilson third.
Wild team.
I think this is one of the years where like you just make the final. It's a clean slate. Anybody can make that team if they just reach the final.
Oh, for sure. A thing is such a question mark.
Yeah, thing's a question mark for me. Like, if you want to do prop bets with your friends and be like, who's a surprise that may not make it to the final? Now that I see that it's top 6 next 3 fastest, I do think a thing will make it through the heats. But
yeah,
I don't think it's a sure bet she makes the final. I think
is there betting odds out? Can you?
I haven't looked. We're not.
We haven't checked out
allowed.
You're not allowed.
Yeah.
Am I allowed?
I'll allow you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's. Yeah.
I have a credential to this meeting,
okay.
So I think that there's rules behind that.
Yeah.
You don't.
No, I'm just a fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I get people won't stop saying we gave out absolutely horrible betting advice with Mary Mora at Grand Slam. Okay, fine. I'm 0-1 with betting advice. I'd like to make that back. I'd like to make up for that. This.
What do you think has higher odds? Yeah. What are higher odds right now? A thing Mo makes the team, or a thing Mo doesn't make the final?
I think. What are?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a little bit of a head scratcher.
I think she makes the final.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if top two. Like she's gonna make it through this round. I think. She'll make it through this round. I think all of a sudden the next semi is going to top 2. Now things drastically change, and you need to be. You can kind of, I don't want to say let your guard down when it's top 6 in the next 2 or 3 whatever it is, 3 fastest times. Like you can kind of go into that a little bit more relaxed when you're in the semifinals or the next round, top 2. That's going to be very tough. Especially she's a 2 flat athlete this year.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like at some point these races will get fast. I don't think these first rounds. Well, the thing with the thing is that she is in the heat that has Michaela Rose. So Michaela Rose might give a thing a favor here and knock the standard out of the way in the first round because the thing doesn't even have the standard.
She in the quota?
I don't think so.
You didn't crunch?
I didn't crunch the numbers on this thing.
You're like, I don't need to crunch till 2027, and here you are, you haven't crunched.
I guess because the U.S. has 13 women who have hit the standard.
Yeah.
And a thing is not one of them. Again, if you make a final, it's a clean slate and anyone can make the team. But there's a high schooler who's entered at this meet who has a better season's best than a thing Mo.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun to kind of see if she's able to find.
It's all about has there been enough time in training to get into good form? Then on top of that, it's just the tactics. She has not been there tactically at pre-classic or at Ed Murphy.
Yeah.
And to survive the semifinal, you're going to need to sharpen up very quick.
Max is in the back shaking his head. He's like,
You disagree with me, Mac? Mac's taking a mic.
Yeah.
It's not the Sorry, I got echo in my ear. It's not the tactics, Chris.
What do you think's
been off? What can you tactically do if you're just not fit? You're just there's nothing else you can do. It sucks, but
yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. It's one, she needed to get fit in the week since pre, and she kind of did. Remember we called it the Mo line. At Ed Murphy, if you beat a thing Mo, you are a contender, and if you didn't, I'm taking you out.
I think she's gonna run 158 this weekend.
You think so?
Yeah, but it's just again I know I said it before, but she's got to be moving forward over the final 100 meters, not backwards.
Yeah.
If she's moving backwards, running 158, then she's gonna be in trouble. But yeah.
I just got a text someone who's watching saying my 800 pick is wild. My 800 picks are wild.
You're getting absolutely torched in the chat.
Okay, so I'll go through.
We're done. We're moving on.
No. My reasoning is I'm with Mac, Raven Rogers, Hayward Field on the tower. You'll show up.
Yeah.
She's looking better each time out. Great. Okay, that's one.
Great.
Roisin Willis was solid at the NCAA championships. Hasn't raced since then, but I liked what I saw.
Yeah, we won't bring up Addie Wiley.
That's the whole thing, too.
We won't bring her up.
I don't have Addie Wiley on my team because she found a way to mess it up at USA Indoors and here last year and the last couple years. Her best showings finishing 4th in the 1500 in 2023. I just don't think that. Prove me wrong. I don't think she's great on the championship setting.
No, I like the take.
Yeah. Don't clip that.
What did she run? 150. She's run one. Yeah. What did she run? 150. She ran 150. She's the top.
Oh, she's run under 158 2 or 3 times this year.
Yeah. 157.4
is her season's best.
So she's the fastest.
But somehow I just don't see it.
You don't see it.
And then the Ajay Wilson pick is a sentimental one, I think.
Yeah, she's looking good.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's not Ajay of years past, but the longevity Ajay's had in an event like the 800 is pretty insane. When did Ajay make her first U.S. 800 team?
2013.
2013. Okay,
Yeah.
So 12 years in the,
she made every team,
800,
I
which
think,
is an event where it's very hard to have any longevity.
2015 or something like that. She made every team except 2015 or 2017, one of them.
Yeah. So, I mean, that'd be wild if she was able to pull out pull out a team. But maybe that experience really pays dividends, and she is able to figure it out.
I hope so. So that was my reasoning behind the 3 picks. I don't know what Juliette Whittaker is capable
And
of.
what about Nia?
No, in a similar way too. I mean, she showed up at USA Indoors after a terrible season, but if I'm sticking firm in like establishing the Mo line as like my barometer of like, are you a contender or not? She was under the Mo line or behind the Mo line. So
Okay.
So that's where I'm at. But like, we'll learn a lot after today through the rounds. Who looks good?
How they decide to run each race.
Yeah,
Tactic wise.
The one with Michaela Rose, Ajay, Allie Wilson, Sammy Watson, and a thing will be the fastest one, I think. I think the time qualifiers will come out of that one.
And that's heat 2. Okay,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, one person, I guess, like I left off the team was Sage Herta-Klecker, and I don't know how I feel about that either. Like, do I think I would love to see Sage make a team.
I think this is her. I think this is her year to make a team.
Yeah.
I
I root for that redemption arc.
The women's 8 used to be the hardest event to make in track and field. There's a leaf blower going absolutely bananas right next to us in the fence. So apologies if you can hear, but the women's 8 used to be brutal to make. It was the hardest event to make because you had a thing was medaling, winning gold medals. You had Raven Rogers, who was also medaling.
Ajay potentially medaling.
Exactly. If you wanted to make the team, you had to be medaling at Worlds. So it's a crazy tough ask, but it's not necessarily the case this year. And I think if someone like Sage, who's looked good, who's running pretty well, pretty consistently, if there's a year for her to make the team, I think it's this one.
Yeah. So I guess I could go back and forth depending on the rounds and how people look, whether I slot in Ajay or Sage into that third spot. But I feel good about the other two. Now, I could be proven totally wrong, and like someone in this top 3 doesn't even make the final. That's just how deep this event is.
Yeah.
What I love about this one, and I think it's how we characterized it when we did our preview on the website, is like there's always a surprise. There's always someone who runs out of their mind, makes this team, and then you really don't hear a ton about. Like, I think 2016, if I were to baseball card like trivia question, like who's the 2016 U.S. Olympic 800-meter team? You can remember, like, okay, I remember Ajay Wilson. I remember Kate Grace. Who was third? It was Krishana Williams, like, who I don't think ever made another team after that or even ran, like, all that well after that. So, like, there's a stunner.
Yeah.
There's a college kid who, like, is running out of their mind and has a momentum. Last year was Juliette Whittaker. I think this year it could be Roisin Willis. And then sometimes the drama happens and someone falls, and that just blows the race totally wide open. And that's just the drama of the women's 800. Yeah. So it's gonna be a good one.
It's going to be a good one.
I mean, it's kind of wild. Like, action already started at Hayward Field. It's 10:47. They've got some decathlon stuff happening already. The para stuff, I think, happens also today, all throughout the day. So
get your money's worth if you signed up on USATF.tv.
Yeah, you're $12.99.
Put that $13 to use and see what the hell's going on over there.
Yeah. And if you didn't want to watch on Joy Mo or USATF TV, and you want to know what to do with that $12.99, I think what you could do is get yourself
nice work, Chris.
Some Beekeeper coffee. Shout out to our sponsor. We are still waiting on our shipment to come in, and we also just like looked at online to see a couple distributors in the area. We have one of our local interns, Logan, who won the Eugene Marathon, finished second at the Eugene Marathon this year in 220. He went to like 2 Fred Meyer stores. I don't even know what those are, but like they don't have those in New York. He went looking for them, couldn't find them, so we just got our Beekeeper contact sent over a couple lists of stores that potentially may have it. But shop online, beekeepercoffee.com. That $12.99 you don't want to spend on a subscription, put it towards some coffee. Now, use CITIUS 25 at checkout to get 25% off. Now, I'm not saying the coffee packs are $12, but you'll get closer to $12 with using the code.
I mean, you'll definitely get more enjoyment with a pack of coffee than the $13 a month USHF.TV subscription.
If you don't cancel it. Yeah.
I think that's an easy decision. And it's made with Eugene honey.
That's right. Yeah. So locally sourced here in Eugene. It's delicious.
Yeah. No, sorry to cut you off, Chris. First thing I did this morning, as you know, I got the whole basement suite.
You requested it, and I said he's the #1 running podcaster in the world. Who am I to say no?
I'm like, these are my demands. I want the same room I had last year, and if not, I'm not going to come. And I wake up, I take literally 2 steps out of the door, and am immediately stung by a bee.
No way, really?
Yes, Chris. I didn't make a big deal of it. Was kind of brave, and I just went about my day. But the bees are after my ass here in Eugene right from the jump. Karma's real. I'm paying for a lot of stuff that I've done in the past with bee stings. But those bees are also making the beekeeper honey that is used in
right here.
Right here. They go from stinging my foot, and then they make the honey, and we love them for that. So pick up some beekeeper coffee. I'm excited to see they've got they got a little cart that they're bringing by.
Yeah. So there's a cart that will be coming, and so tomorrow's show, hopefully, I think will be decked out. You guys will be doing it from the cart.
We'll be whipping up espresso martinis.
Yeah, so even like the beekeeper folks, they listened to you guys talking about the espresso martinis that they sent over a recipe. They've done these before at the Portland Trailblazers games or the Portland Timbers, one of those teams that they have beekeeper like in the stadium. And so you mix it with like
I was like, yeah, give us
we can put up like the recipe for it.
We'll make a little tutorial video.
Yeah.
We'll walk you through it.
So, but the first ingredient that you'll need is getting yourself some cold brew from Beekeeper Coffee. So, beekeepercoffee.com. Use promo code CITIUS25 for 25% off. What did you say, Mac? Yeah, was this a long ad read? Yes, it was. But you know what? We love our sponsors. So thank you to Beekeeper Coffee for being the first brand to jump on off the rails.
No, they got in at a good price, and
now you're waiting on a car sponsorship. What is your dream sponsorship, really? Beekeeper Coffee, and then
Chevrolet. No doubt. Yeah, so we're dealing with it's Beekeeper, Chevrolet. We've got potentially Walmart, Target in the mix.
Okay.
But yeah, it's big corporations from here on out. Lockheed Martin.
Wow.
Raytheon. We don't discriminate. We'll take whatever. It's a good time right now to be in the Lockheed Martin business. I'll tell you that. Lockheed Martin. Let's get him on the pod. What a drone! Lockheed Martin. Anyway. Those are my plans with the pod.
Love it. All right. The other component, I guess, now I'm just taking the reins here.
Yeah, do I want a drone? I'm like, Mac, get someone from Raytheon on the line now.
We have a phone number for this show.
For Raytheon? Yeah.
Not for Raytheon.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. Are we doing live calls right now, Chris?
So
No.
we haven't figured out the tech yet to be able to take calls live, but you can call, leave us a voicemail right now. So I see you watching on YouTube at this very moment. Our phone number, and Mac might put it on screen, is 856-279-0080. And I have the voicemail line right in front of me. So if you call and want to leave us a message or talk to us, drop us a voicemail and we'll address it live on the show. So do you want to share your predictions? Do you want to yell at me for my women's 8 and top 3? Did we get something wrong along the way? Call in 856-279-0080. 0080.
It's literally just calls of people just harassing us, just yelling, and we're like, "Well, this has been kind of rough."
Well, that was the
Well,
other.
it's rough.
That was the other thing too that I thought about is like taking live callers is a little risky.
It's like that. Remember where they were doing like the portal from New York to Ireland, and people were just showing their tits, and they had to immediately shut it down. This is us with the live calls. We're like, well, yeah, we couldn't. We obviously shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, but I did pull a couple of voicemails that already came in. Mac, just keep the number up because I hope that some live calls come in. 856-279-0080. That is our phone number. Call in right now. Leave us a voicemail. And if we don't get to it today, we'll answer it on tomorrow's show. The phone line is open 24/7. Like, it's really funny to look at these voicemails. Some people calling in at 11 p.m., some people calling in at 5:48 a.m. So they're listening to Off the Rails at a wide range of hours. And because you guys drop 2-hour episodes, like, it's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. They're midnight calling in, or bright and early calling in, leaving questions, and we love them.
All right, so some of these have nothing to do with the U.S. Championships, but in the absence of Aisha being here, we figured we'd get a couple voicemails knocked out. And what I'll do is I'll put my mic to my computer so that people can hear it. And then that way, Eric could then answer. And we'll repeat what they said in the voicemail. So let's see. First one.
My name is Rashad, and I love your podcast. I have 2 questions. The first one is for both of you. Have you been surprised to meet anyone, more so someone famous, who knew of you because of your running career? Second, this question is for Aisha.
Oh, she's not here.
I've read that Boulder is well known for its free-spirited, for lack of a better word, culture. Since moving to Boulder, what's the wackiest, craziest thing you've seen take place in the city? Love your show, and keep up the good work.
All right. So
Honestly, that question goes well for Eugene, too.
All right,
a pretty free-spirited, wacky place over here.
So we'll let's start with the second question. We'll tailor it to Eugene. Wackiest, craziest thing you've seen in Eugene?
Oh, I don't know. There's nothing that like stick. It's like I don't have any stories that stick out in my head for wackiest things in Eugene off the jump. It's funny. You can tell if you're in an airport and you're like looking at you're at a connecting flight, and because this was happening to me, you show up to the gate and I was like, is this the right gate? And you look around and you go, yeah, this is the right gate. You can tell the type of people who are about to get on a Eugene flight. They're wacky, like they're all like barefoot in the airport.
If they're not track people.
If they're not, and then like obviously you have like a team. If someone's wearing like a Team USA hat, you're like, I think I'm at the right gate.
Mm-hmm.
But like they're wild out here. I would assume it's pretty. I don't know. I've never been to Boulder. I'm like, it's the exact same as Boulder. I've never been to Boulder. But yeah, there's nothing that necessarily sticks out. Like I've never seen someone like, take a shit in the street or something like that here. That's more than you. That's New York.
That's New York.
You're familiar with that type of shit.
Yeah. Mac can maybe speak to this
Mac
question
could definitely
too. About
speak to this probably
wackiest,
better
craziest
than
thing
than
that
me.
you've seen in Eugene.
Wackiest, craziest thing. I'll go. There was like this high school kid. I like that. I'm also not. You guys are on screen while I'm saying this story. There was like a high school kid playing a saxophone down by the Bermuda Triangle downtown. And in the summer here, it's optional. Like clothing is just straight up optional.
What?
And
just in the summer?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. In the winter, people aren't walking around topless, but in the summer, I would say frequently downtown, that's a common thing.
Is there like a declaration from the mayor that says like, all right, it's June 1st, tarps off, everybody?
Yeah. Well, okay. So this high school kid is playing his saxophone on the street corner, and then a well-endowed lady just kind of walked up and straight up just put her boob in the horn end of the saxophone as a. Yeah, no, I mean, fun nights in Eugene, man.
That's so sick. I'm like, paint me a picture. How big was the boob? I'm like, it really just overtook the whole saxophone.
Yeah, I don't know. What is it, like an alto sax? I don't know what are the size of the saxophones, but
Oh my
yeah.
God.
She just sees him playing. She's like, you know what looked good in that thing? She's like, I gotta do it. She's like, I always wanted to do this. She's like, play harder. She's like, I'm trying to feel the wind against this thing. I want to feel some vibration. It's like he played for a while. That thing was just stuck in there.
He didn't stop
Yeah,
playing.
he's like, no, this is a good performance. The crowd, I imagine, just gathered right around when that was going on. Yeah. Crowd's like, let's get the other one out. Come on. They're like, just show her a hand. Come on, guys. Yeah. That was a good story, Mac. Yeah, what was the
first question was, have you ever met someone famous because of your running, or were you surprised that someone recognized you that you were because of your running? So like you got recognized and treated as a famous person by somebody.
Yeah, I met this lady who had put her whole boob in a saxophone. And she's like, holy shit, are you Eric Jenkins? And I was like, yeah. Which was really fucking sick. No, I don't think I've met anybody really famous who's like, who's known me from running. I think the coolest stuff now is people are coming up and being like, hey, like, I know you from like your pod. And I'm like, that's cooler than being recognized for the running stuff.
Wait, lately?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're like, oh, I listen to your pod. I didn't know you. I didn't follow your career at all.
Well, that's like how Mac, 2022, when he was filming workouts and stuff, and there'd be that occasional footage that would come out of like Mac running alongside like the OAC guys, and it would be like, damn, that cameraman is fast. And like these high school kids just thought of Mac as like the fast cameraman.
Yeah.
It's like not NCAA champ.
They're like, this cameraman should think about spiking up.
You bringing up the flights to Eugene, I don't think I've ever shared this on a show, but it feels like a very off the rails topic, and not something I probably
you're safe here, Chris.
speak on my show. Mac, me, and Kyle play a very dark game on all of our trips to track meets.
Yeah.
We think about if this plane went down.
Oh yeah. Would you make the headline?
Yeah. Like, who is the most famous person on this flight that is going to make the headline? And then start to think, like, all right, like, I feel like CITIUS Mag has like accomplished a couple things within the sport. We have a little bit of popularity. Like, when do I get mentioned in the article, if at all?
Yeah.
And yesterday, my flight was actually like, I was like, I think I might be the headline. It was
Like, I hope this plane goes down so bad,
the
so I can finally get a little attention.
it was just Mike Scannell was on.
Oh,
it was,
Grant's coach.
yeah.
Okay, you're second now. yeah.
You think so?
I think it would say
You think the
I think it would say
headline is
Grant Fisher's head coach dies in a fiery plane crash. Yeah.
Olympic medalist coach dies? I get mentioned maybe towards the end.
Yeah, maybe if there's room in the article.
Okay,
Depending on-
my other recent flights.
Yeah.
My other recent flights were on the way to pre. I had Andy Powell, Owen Powell, Sam Prakel, and I was like, it's Andy and Owen. Like they're the headline on that one.
Well, yeah, that's also just like father son.
That's a sad story,
right? Because it's even if it's just father son die, in a plane crash.
Yeah. Who was on your flight here? Who would have made your headline?
No one off. I can't. I'm trying to think. I don't remember seeing anybody
You would have been the headline.
famous. They would have said, yeah, like friend of topless saxophone stuffer. Dead in a crash. I remember seeing like when you were on the. I remember like flying back from the Grand Slam meets, and every single every single person was on that, and you're like, if this plane went down, the sport would literally have to start from scratch.
Especially because like I remember boarding I think the one to Jamaica, and that was when I saw that like, oh, like when they were talking about how the racers get first class or business class tickets. Like I remember boarding and I looked around and I was like, oh, like there's Allison Dos Santos. And then there were like members of the broadcast team also sitting in business class. I was like in row like 27F or something like that. But I was like, wow, like this would be one hell of an article. Like if it went down.
It's okay. Hold on. So every single time you are on a plane, you're thinking about that article?
Every time.
Every time.
Every
'Cause
time.
you fly a lot.
To track meets, yeah. Yeah, so it's only to track meets. I can suspend that thought when I'm like going on vacation somewhere. But
It's just for track stuff.
like
Interesting.
I think to Budapest, Noah Lyles was on my flight, and I was like, easy. This is an easy one. It's Noah Lyles and Lance Brahman. They're the
Yeah, easy
headline.
one. I wonder if the pilots know who they're flying, or do they? You know, like let's say like you're a pilot and you're a track fan. Are you feeling like you're like Jesus? Like I already didn't want to crash this in the first place, but now I'm feeling a lot of pressure.
Precious cargo.
I'm feeling a lot of pressure to not crash. They're like, oh my God, Sidney McLaughlin-Leroney's sitting seat 1A. Now I'm getting nervous. You're like,
that's a good question.
you know what? I was thinking on the flight here, the tone and the way that the pilot says anything over the intercom is alarming, right? Like he kept coming over the loudspeakers and he would say seatbelts, and he would say it scared. And so I was like, okay, dude, you've got to work on your delivery, because now everyone's scared. Like, he's like, seatbelts. And I'm like, what do you know up there? Because I was like, it sounds bad.
Yeah.
And so I was just thinking, I was like, they've got a lot of pressure in how they are delivering every single statement.
Yeah. You can't have a weak tone when you're when you're like we're coming up on a little bit of turbulence. Like you can't.
Yeah, like deliver it and be calm. Maybe just like it's a big public speaking thing. You don't want to. Maybe just nervous to talk, right? But
It'd be great.
it was
if
unsettling.
pilots had like a little skit that they would do to each other, so they talked beforehand.
Do you know when yeah. Nice, yeah, good.
Yeah.
The rehearsal, season 2, good show. Do you like when flight attendants try like make it really fun, and they like make jokes, and like when they do, like, they're over the speaker,
yeah.
and they're just like,
No, I don't like it.
yeah, I'm not crazy about it,
No. Also,
but it's also. And people are dying laughing. They think it's everybody around you is like it's quite possibly for some reason the best audience you could have. Everyone around them is like, this is actually really, really funny and good stuff. And I'm like, just tell me to put my seatbelt on. Tell me how to put the fucking life jacket on in the case of emergency. And let's not make it fun.
No. Yeah. I usually I feel rude.
Yeah, the plane's going down anyway, and I'm not even going to be the headline, so
yeah,
I don't give
no.
a shit.
I keep my sounds bad especially if we have flight attendants who are listening or
You
watching.
keep your headphones on.
I keep my headphones on.
Yeah.
Even while those announcements are happening.
I was playing.
I'm not an airplane mode guy either.
You're
So-
not. You never put your phone in airplane mode.
No. Because
You're begging for the plane to go down. You got a death wish.
it's also because I enjoy
The thrill.
when the text messages and notifications start coming in as soon as you start to get into some sort of cell reception area. I'm like, what did I miss?
So you don't even want to wait till you're on the ground
No.
to turn that phone off airplane mode.
No.
Are you a guy that pays for the internet on the plane?
All the time.
So all the time. So isn't stuff coming through to you
No,
on the
'cause
plane?
I think they shut it off once you get within like a certain range, and then
But you're getting the stuff in the regular flight.
I don't want to miss a second. And I think this comes from like my impulse, just sort of like OCD, where like for the longest time I ran with my phone all the time because I was like, someone's gonna leave the Bowerman Track Club at this very moment. I need to like alert somebody to make a graphic.
The one run you went without your phone, and before you know it, the entire Bowerman Track Club is completely dismembered.
I was at a Taylor Swift, watching the Taylor Swift movie in the movie theaters. In the middle of Shake It Off, I get the notification that Grant Fisher has left the Bowerman Track Club, and I'm like, someone needs to do something. I can't right now. Like, we're halfway through the Eras tour.
So you don't put your phone on airplane mode for even like the Eras Tour movie?
No.
God, no. So did that ruin the rest of the show for you?
My wife knew something was up.
Yeah, you're like...
She was like, what? Well, all of a sudden, like, you're just...
She's like, honey, you're not really shaking it off. And you're like...
Grant Fisher just left the
Grant Fisher. And then before you know it, you're like, oh my God, another one's gone. Oh my God, another one's gone.
I gotta go.
Oh my God, they're all leaving. Oh no.
Um,
You're like, honey, let's go. We gotta go.
we gotta go. Sorry.
Bowerman's dead. They're dead in the water. She's like, Jager didn't leave, did he? Like, no, God, no. Jager didn't leave. God, no. He's going down with that ship. No. She's like, whew. Thank gosh.
We got a text message from, we're not going to, 423 area code. I don't know where that is. Eric will always live in Galen's shadow. That's all the text message says.
See, this is the type of shit. Okay. What the fuck am I supposed to say to that? I didn't think about that until now, but I don't know. Okay.
All right.
We got big shadow.
Again, the number to call in is 856-279-0080. We got another voicemail.
Hey, off the rails. This is Chris from CT. Short time, first time. Love the show. Love you guys. Is there any workout from your running career that you remember spectacularly bombing? What happened? You know, what was the scenario? And why was it memorable? I don't know. Thanks for the show. Bye.
All right. Chris from CT wants to know, do you remember any particular workout from your running career that you just bombed spectacularly?
Ooh, bombed spectacularly. I mean, yeah, there's definitely workouts that I've just got absolutely worked over in, but I'm trying to think. There have been workouts where I just had to pull the plug, and it's like, okay, this workout's not happening at all. I remember there was one specific workout in St. Moritz. I think it was 2018, and it was supposed to be like a very easy workout, and these are usually the workouts that end up being the worst. Very easy workout before a race, and I was supposed to do something like a 4 mile tempo, and I couldn't do literally anything. It was supposed to be like, oh, start at like 5:05. I'm like, I start like maybe at 5:10. I'm like, this feels quite possibly, I've never felt this bad in my life. And then it's like each lap things are getting slower and slower, and I'm looking at my coach. I'm like, you see what's going on out here? Call it. It's this. I'm like, maybe call the season. Okay? It was going so bad. And it was a tempo on the track, which for me, I cannot stand a tempo on the track. Put me like anything else, tempo on the track where you're looking at every like 200 split. And it was that's a star-studded track. Mm-hmm. Okay, so everyone else is watching like, yikes, this guy looks like shit. And I think like within 3 miles, I was probably down to who knows what pace. And I was like, okay, I'm going to just step off the track. It's really, go home. This tempo quite possibly killed me. And I got to get a flight back. And oh, great, Chris Chavez on the flight. And so the plane's going to go down. But I think like that was probably a workout that sticks in my mind as being an absolute miserable one.
Do you address it with your coach afterwards, or like is this just like don't bring that up?
Yeah, no, I think we addressed it. Yeah, I think we addressed it. It's never good to because usually the workouts before races where you're kind of take your eye off the ball and you're like, oh, this is gonna be an easy one. And it ends up being slightly harder. But this was one where I was just like, oh man, I felt absolute like legs were drained, felt like shit. But for the I remember doing a lot of workouts, and it would be like me, Galen, this guy who I'm in his shadow, and I just cannot get out.
Well, the guy texted back. He said 423 is Chattanooga, baby, but Eric is still the funniest man alive.
There we go. We got him back. He's back.
207 texted and said, hey, why is Eric such an awful person?
Yeah. This is good stuff.
This is not good.
No, he's right.
He's 860 texted us, said, what do you think of Cole Hawker versus Cooper Tier for potentially the last spot on the world's 5K team if one of the big three doesn't make it?
That's a good one. That's fun. That's less hate towards me.
Yeah.
I really don't know. It will be interesting to see how that 5K goes down. First off, is Cooper's just doing the 5?
Just the 5K.
Smart. That's a smart move on his end. We'll see how the 15 goes for Cole, but obviously the dude is unbelievably talented and has run super fast in the 5. But he just had last year, he arguably came into USA's with more steam and was looking fantastic. Won the 15, and then just really got worked over a bit in the 5. So I wouldn't say that he's a favorite to make that team by any means. Certainly not by any means. I mean, the 5K guys are on another level right now. But if it's a sit and kick race and if it's a true sit and kick, not like a slow wind up, absolutely one of those guys could sneak onto the team. You saw how good Cooper looked in those Grand Slam races, with sit and kick races. So it's not out of this world for a similar situation to happen, but I'm not entirely sure about it. 2023 is a 13:20 race.
That puts Cooper in contention.
That absolutely puts Cooper into contention. I'd say it probably puts Cole in contention too. I mean, a lot of things kind of are different. Like, how hot's it going to be, right? It's, these championships, the 5K's always at middle of the afternoon, and they can be some pretty brutal.
I think the women's
weather-wise.
the women's one's at 2 p.m. and the men's one is at Sunday at 1:52 p.m. Gonna be nice and toasty.
It's going to be, very toasty. I mean, all those guys have run really well in the heat before. Grant's very good in the heat, but, it's still tough.
We got, the second question is, who do you think is making the 15 team?
I mean, I think because the 15s go off today. That's an exciting one. I mean, Yard looks incredible right now. I think Yard and Cole make the team, obviously. I think Hobbs will make the team too. I think
so.
I think he's looked a bit more shaky than the other two guys, and he's not quite looking as strong as he did last year. But I think he's still looking he's not looking as strong, but he's still looking good. He ran 3:48, right? At something like that at pre.
Yeah, it was 3:48 mile PB.
Yeah, mile PB at 3:48. So I think because who besides those guys is look. I mean, you've got collegiates who are running well. With Nathan Green is a guy that could sneak on the team. Ethan Strand is a guy that could maybe sneak on the team. But would I put those guys ahead of Hobbs as of now? No, not yet. But I think so. I think it'll be the big three again, but you never really know. What about you?
Well, someone texted and said Graham won't let it be a 13:20 race in the 5K.
Well,
I think he will. Yeah, he's got the standard, and
if he makes the 10K, if he makes the 10K team, actually not even makes 10K team. Why does it benefit? I mean,
no, it doesn't benefit. Yeah,
he's making it sound like the guy has no wheels. I think he's got wheels, and I think it would be worse to just make it a really hard race and try and run the legs off everybody.
I just opened up YouTube and I see it looks great stream, but also I'm looking at the comment section, and someone has alerted me that pilots can read all your text if you don't put it in airplane mode. That can't be real.
You're like, I pray to God it's not real.
That cannot be good, because
pilots have your search history, and even in incognito mode.
Literally yesterday, as I'm on the plane, I text Kyle and Mac, time to find out who makes the headline, airplane emoji, explosion emoji, laughing emoji. And then I said, surprisingly, I think if this plane went down, I think I'd make the headline over Mike Scannell. And then if the pilot saw that,
Yeah, the pilot's like, what an asshole. And he's like, and the pilot's like, and he would not.
and he would not.
Pilot's like, Grant Fisher's coach is making it. He's like, I should do it just to show him.
Jesus. All right. Again, our voicemail line you could see is 856-279-0080. Someone's texted back and said, Ethan Strand has the best kick in the world, so they're talking about the 15. That's not true, is what Max says. Graham is going to take the lead from halfway. It's going to be faster than 13:20.
Well, I wonder what this guy knows. It's pretty precise. He's going to take the lead at halfway. Ethan Strand has a great kick.
So let me
but
reverse
also
search this person's number. And imagine it's like, I'm not going to out who it is. I'm just looking it up who it is. All right. Mac is telling me to stop. Okay.
Yeah. Ethan Strand's got a great kick, right? But we just like, and he looked great with his winning that international mile at pre.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's you're going from the NCAA to now you're racing with two of the top 3 medalists in Paris plus Hobbs Kessler. Who was fighting for a medal himself. So it's tough to say that he's easily got the best kick out of that field, especially when you like Cole Hawker.
Yeah.
Especially when we're talking about Cole Hawker, who has an absolutely insane kick. So yeah, I can't. It's too early to say Ethan Strand's got the best kick in the world for me.
All right. How long have we been going on for? This has been a long show.
It's like we're just getting warmed up. We just started talking about the fun stuff.
I don't see any more voicemails. Oh, actually, no. There's a couple more. Here's a good one.
Hey, Aisha and Eric. First time, long time. So I've got a little thought experiment for you. How many beers would need to be in a beer mile between you and Jakob Ingebrigtsen drinking the same amount of beers for you to have a real shot at beating him? I'm somewhere around 5'10", 210 pounds, and I'm thinking around a half dozen beers, and I'm coming out on top. But I'm interested to hear your insight.
He would not come out on top. He would get absolutely waxed.
So the question is, how many beers would need to be in a beer mile for you to beat Jakob Ingebrigtsen in a mile race?
He said he was taking him in 6 beers.
He said 6 beers. He's 5'10".
Wait, so how does it work? You have to I'm trying to think about the beer running. So, because it's beer lap. Okay, 2 beers a lap.
Oh yeah,
Didn't Jakob actually run a beer mile?
Oh yeah, Jakob did for his bachelor party.
Okay, let's talk about that. The guy cannot. It's like, dude, just drink the beers. Like, we get it. You're the best in the world. He's like, no, let's make it a beer mile. You're like, you even want to race at your bachelor party? Just get annihilated like every other man on the planet.
He ran 5:22 for his beer mile.
He ran 5:22
on his bachelor party.
That's impressive, man. Okay, so yeah,
And this is in 2023. So he was.
I would need so many beers. I would need it.
It was a day after he ran 3:43 for the mile.
That's his off day. That's his rest day.
So he's in 3:43 shape, and then it runs 5:22 for the mile.
Imagine being in Jakob's bachelor party, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna race a beer mile." And you're like, "Dude, come on! Like, you've won enough. Like, you also need this win over me at the beer mile." 5:22 is incredibly impressive. I would need Jakob to almost die from beer consumption. I would need him to like literally be having to get his stomach pumped lap 3 for me to have any shot at coming close to that.
All right, so peak Eric fitness and beer mile shape, because you remember.
Peak fitness, or I thought it was right now.
So the question was right now, but now you've got my mind spinning. I like peak fitness.
Well, I would absolutely crush him in chugging beers.
Yeah.
You've seen me chug a beer.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But he's kind of got me by a lot in the running department. I would still in peak shape. I would still probably need. Actually, no, peak shape. Maybe I would beat him in a beer mile. I would run. Well, let's say he ran 5:22. Was he trying his hardest?
I'd have to think so.
I think so. Yeah.
And also, like, I don't know the details of it, but you'd figure bachelor party, a little bit of a loosey-goosey environment where you're not like abiding by all the rules. Like, there's that rule about it being 5%
did he turn
ABV.
it over? Did he turn it over his head and show that he had drank everything?
Apparently he was spiked up. Super
Yeah.
spikes. So I'm assuming that it was lighter than 5%. I could be wrong. Next time in the mix zone, we'll just be like, hey, I got a couple questions about your beer mile from 2023.
Yeah, you're like, I don't care about the world championships. Your beer mile at your bachelor
So
party.
he was in 343 shape and then runs 522. If we go back to, I mean, the years you won Wanamaker or Fifth Ave, right? So 2016, you.
Yeah, I think I would have ran faster than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in a traditional beer mile, you would have beat 343 shape Jakob Ingebrigtsen in a beer mile. But it's not shocking. The dude probably doesn't drink.
Yeah, no, I mean,
In season.
I mean, just like Corey Belmore
Yeah.
is right.
He just broke the record this weekend.
He just broke it?
Yeah, he's not even running professionally, I think, all that much anymore. And he lowered his own world record from 428 to 427, which
That's
is
nuts.
kind of impressive that like he's in that. I'm impressed by like if you're not racing track, like how did he get that fitness up? Oh, he's doing triathlons. It seems like okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's 427 beer mile is ridiculous. But yeah, he's not the fastest on the track. Like,
No,
very fast.
Yeah.
Like sub-4 guy, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've run faster in peak faster than 522. But now, how many beers would it take? Yeah, it'd take a whole lot, especially if I mean, Jakob's now a seasoned beer mile pro.
Yeah. For me as a 457 miler, I think I've just got no chance at all.
Yeah,
It would have
be
to
tough for you.
It'd have to be. Yeah, Max saying I don't even finish my beers. It's true.
Damn, that's bold to admit that on stream. That wait, you don't finish your beers just in general? Yeah,
I just
yeah.
I haven't been like a big drinker much lately.
No, that's good. Yeah.
I got the Media 800 in Tokyo to worry about.
Yeah, no. For everybody listening, Chris has literally been training ridiculously hard for
no reason.
For no reason. For the this is all for the Tokyo Media 800.
I'd like to break 215.
Wow, that's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough when it's like on day 8 and I'm sleep deprived.
Oh, so it's at the very end.
Yeah, they
so
always
it's like
do.
the same thing, but instead of a marathon, it's an 800
For me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you rather have? What would your ideal? Would you would you rather have it be a mile, like a bit long, like mile 5K?
I'm never gonna win one of those things. Like, it's kind of a crapshoot because like at the Media 800, like at the one in Budapest, it was like Kyle versus like Guillaume, like Laurent, or some guy who was like a 153 guy.
And Kyle took it seriously.
Kyle took it seriously. They ended up running like 157, I think it was.
Did Kyle win?
No, Kyle finished.
Bro,
He finished third, I think.
dude, imagine Kyle. Come on. Imagine really trying your hardest in the Media 800. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about former professional athlete Kyle. Really trying
2
in
years
the,
removed
2 years
from his retirement.
Really trying in the Media 800 and not winning. Dude, come on, man. I don't give a shit.
The guy who won, the guy who won was like a 152 guy that season.
No, look, I'm just saying to really try in the Media 800 and not win. It's not a good look.
Yeah.
So look, so that being said, you better go out there
Run
and
210.
run 210. Yeah.
If I run 210, I'll be the happiest person on the planet.
So I'm assuming it's one
round.
yeah, straight final.
Straight final.
Yeah.
But there's
They're like, no, top 6 in your heat.
Well, yeah, they finally, I think, in Budapest, because there was enough chatter about it, they like stacked the fast heat. But then there's random, like, I think the rest of the heats, like mine, are just a random draw. I did end up racing Bobo. He beat me.
Yeah.
So I think that's on my list.
You got to get that. You
I
got
gotta
to
beat
get that
Bobo.
scalp.
Yeah, I got to beat Bobo in Tokyo.
Well, you were out there on the track today. You see anyone fun?
No, there was no one there, which is great because...
You also were early. And here's the thing. You were very early.
I was still on East Coast time.
Yeah, no, but the pros aren't going to wake up and hit the track at, 6:30 or 7 o'clock.
No, especially because if we think about who would be there from a distance standpoint, we have rounds of the 800 to 1500 and the 10K. No one's going to be there.
Yeah, no one's going to be there.
So, me and Johnny were ripping some 500s this morning.
At goal race pace?
Well, I misread my workout. It said 3K, 5K pace, and I did mile pace. Still was a good workout.
Well, yeah, look, once you're in Eugene, you're kind of fired up. You're like, let's let it rip.
Yeah, so.
You're at South Eugene?
Yeah.
Quite possibly my least favorite track in the world.
Why is that?
It sucks, dude. It sucks. It's always like a hurricane there.
It was windy. Yeah,
I'm sure it was windy. It's always very windy. The track sucks. There's no blocking anything. All the elements are getting right at you.
Yeah.
The only redeeming quality it has is that it's right next to the K loop
for the Amazon. Yeah.
So that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, every single workout I've had at the South Eugene track. So to go back to the guy's question of which workouts have you bombed, any workout at South Eugene, I bombed.
Yeah, it was, but I'd never run on that track, and I've seen everyone's like shakeout pictures and all that stuff from it, and I was like, oh, this is where that is. Very crummy track.
But yeah, they gotta, and all the pros end up when they come into town.
They use that.
They use that one.
But I guess they have the warm up track at Hayward now,
which is way nicer than South Eugene. It's like a square.
Oh yeah, the warm up square. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a square.
Not a track. Yeah.
Brutal turns. Yeah.
Max never run on it. Yeah. But yeah, we just got a text asking.
We're literally just gonna talk until you guys stop texting us.
Yeah. The men's 1500 is sponsored by Lake County. Which Lake County are we talking about? As there are several. I need to know which Lake County I'll force my family to take to their next depressing vacation.
It's sponsored. The men's 1500 is sponsored by a lake.
Lake County.
That's not Lockheed Martin.
No. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Yeah. Sponsor like.
We should sponsor a race.
I'm like, you got to have more money than Lake County.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, no. They're like, yeah, it's coming out of your paycheck, Eric. Lake County. I would imagine it's a lake around here.
Yeah. Imagine being like Lake County and...
So the Lake County men's 1500?
Mm-hmm.
Not crazy about it.
Free boat ride.
Yeah. They got a good... That's a good race to sponsor. Oh, so actually, that's a good question. What's the price point of... so it's like, okay, the premier event of U.S. Track and Field Championship, let's say it's like the 100 or 200. That's got to be more to sponsor that than, say, the least popular events. Exactly. The women's steeple on USATF.tv. How much is that going to cost me?
Yeah.
Lake County, Florida.
Lake County, Florida is what sponsored this? That's got to be some, like... They're sponsoring the 100 too. That must be some
money laundering right there.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's money. Yeah.
That's definitely money laundering.
That's money laundering. Easy.
Allegedly.
That's the Medellin cartel at work.
Imagine the men's 3,000 meter steeplechase presented by the Medellin cartel.
Why not?
Text message came in. Will Chris beat Galt? No. John Galt will still get me at the World Championships. Who did? Oh, really? Someone said, what are your guys' thoughts on Subway takes? What would your Subway take be? Though that's that Instagram influencer. I don't know. I have to give this some thought. We'll come back to that question another time.
Oh, where they just say like any sort of take?
It's like, what's your take? And then like apparently Kamala Harris did that show, and it was so bad. that they couldn't air it.
Think about how bad that take must have been.
It was like chips belong on a hot dog or something like that.
No, way worse than that. It must have been so bad.
I'm looking it up.
I'm like, because chips on a hot dog actually sounds kind of nice.
It was
Yeah.
apparently it was just confusing and weird.
She didn't get it. Look, she didn't get the vibe of the show. It just kind of she missed the take with it.
Yeah, I can't find what it was. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't have any takes off the top of my head right now.
Someone texted 210-210. Eric, how do you feel about the fly knit streaks? We're a New Balance show for the weekend, so we have no thoughts.
Yeah. I'm like obviously my favorite shoe.
Oh, someone said that bacon is a seasoning. That was Kamala Harris's take.
Yeah, that's a bad take. That was her take.
That was her take.
How'd they get that? That's awesome. They have the inside scoop. Bacon is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean obviously it's not.
All right. No more voicemails. No more text messages till tomorrow. Until Aisha gets here.
How did you like the Good Morning Track and Field show?
I like it. It felt really laid back.
Yeah, it's kind
You
of
really
fun,
let
right?
me just rip.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna get myself in trouble with
That's how
my
we get here.
my airplane stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live here now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like Jan, taking the Greyhound bus all the way back home. Yeah, Audrey and Paul are driving to Eugene, to Gainesville after this. Crazy drive.
Stopping in Vegas.
Paul just turned 21 years old. If you're watching this, I'm gonna drop it on Instagram. Everyone go wish Paul Hoff Mahoney a happy birthday. He just turned 21 years old. He went and got his first alcoholic beverage of his life last night at the Wild Duck. And I'm dropping his Instagram into the YouTube chat. Everyone just go and comment. Happy birthday, Paul.
Actually, yeah, drop his Venmo and have him.
Paul, what's your Venmo?
Pay some drinks.
Venmo PT.
Like
What
the
is it?
fuck? Come on.
HM20 for Paul's Vegas trip.
Yeah. He'll put it all on black whatever you guys want.
Yeah. All right. Whatever you get into, this is a fun game. Whatever comes in on your Venmo, you got to bet it all on black in Vegas.
Yes.
And
This is
film
fun.
it and let us know what happens. Yeah, you can. I feel like you can film in a casino nowadays, right?
I mean, they'll let up on the rules for Paul.
Yeah. Put on some meta glasses and film it. Like, that's one way around it. All right. I think. Look.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, Chris, don't try and steal my show. Well, look, thank you everybody. It's been a fantastic day one, morning one here at Eugene U.S. Track and Field Championships. We're gonna be coming at you with the post race show, right after as soon as the meet wraps. We'll be going live, break all the races down, and give you the takes. See who won the races, see who looks good, and then tomorrow morning. We'll do it all again. Aisha will be here, and we'll keep it rolling.
Thanks for having me, Eric.
You were a pleasure, Chris.